From August 10th through 15th, 10 Women's Division representatives attended the 12th Assembly of the World Federation of Methodist and United Church Women in Johannesburg, South Africa. Attendees included President Anilda Gonzalez, Directors Judy Nibbling, Emily Ennis, Grace Pien, Judith Siaba, and Judith Pierre Okerson, and staff members Tatiana Dwyer, Harriet Olson, Tara Barnes, and Andrew Salter. Staff member Hasten Kim, Director of Scranton Women's Leadership Center in Seoul, Korea, was there to work with the Helen Kim Scholars. Young women sponsored by their region to attend the assembly and meet together to determine ways they can help the assembly improve the world. 5 of our 6 regional missionaries were also there. It was quite a reunion. Around 700 women took over the Indaba Hotel and Conference Center in Johannesburg and made it our own global village. Representatives from countries around the world gathered together for fellowship and decision-making. All regions of the world were represented in voting and were shared with the assembly as each night's worship service featured cultural presentations. The women of the World Federation are very proud of their cultures. So proud, in fact, that each night's service went far over its allotted time. On the night we were to present our work on achieving Millennium Development Goal 3, gender equality, we were scheduled to go last. By the time our turn on stage came, the worship service had already gone on for 4 hours. We decided, even though we had made beautiful posters, written a script, and rehearsed our skit, to skip our presentation and let our Methodist sisters get some sleep. We read our vision statement in multiple languages, sang the purpose song, and said good night. We may have made more of an impression with this than if we had presented. In addition to regional and worldwide legislative meetings, workshops were held on each of the 8 United Nations Millennium Development Goals. Assistant General Secretary Andrew Salter facilitated a workshop on Millennium Development Goal 8, ensuring environmental sustainability, and regional missionary Elmira Salou facilitated a workshop on Goal 6, combating HIV and AIDS. At plenaries, we heard from the 2006 to 2011 World Officers. We also heard from Bishop Joaquina Felipe Nanala of Mozambique, the first elected female bishop of the United Methodist Church in Africa. We had Bible study with Dr. Faluda Moyo of World Council of Churches, and heard from Renata Bloom with the Civicus World Alliance for Citizen Participation, and our own Harriet Olson spoke at the closing ceremony. One morning, we took a cultural outing to Soweto and visited the Hector Peterson Museum and Nelson Mandela's former home. Soweto is an important community for the fight against apartheid, and it was a blessing to get to visit it. Many of us came home with gifts from street vendors selling their art by the museums. At the assembly, we elected new regional and world officers and made decisions about the work the World Federation will be doing. Women's Division Judith Siaba was elected the new president of the North American region, and we're hoping this makes us even closer partners with our global sisters in the World Federation. We even managed to sneak a safari trip in before our flight. No, we do not hold the baby lion cubs. World at World Federation meant world, and Methodist meant all Methodist churches: United Methodist, Methodist, African Methodist, Episcopal, AME Zion, United Church of Canada, and Methodist Church of the Caribbean and the Americas, among others. As Bishop Joaquina Felipe Nanala stated, we are a diverse and complicated group of women, but we find common ground in the knowledge that we are bound by faith. World Federation was a highly social and very full event with fellowship taking first priority. As it is not often women from around the world can gather in this manner just to be together and hear one another's voices. We were reminded that taking the time to get to know one another is a very important part of working together on common goals, of understanding what goals need to be set and how to achieve them.